watch this storm that is 43 miles away and currently has a severe thunderstorm warning on it for Lauderdale County. That's going to continue for another 15 minutes, but notice all the reflectivity as well as the lightning strikes on it. It has about 240 lightning strikes, 75 of which are the positive lightning strikes, which are the higher voltage in them, and also the higher temperature within them. But as I mentioned, this entire bow is moving towards the east at about 60 miles per hour. So timing that out for you, Anderson, that's right on top of you, Elkmont in about 10 minutes, and Ardmore in 15, Bellevue at 6:25. So a lot of lightning associated with it, as well as the potential for some hail. Those are the ice balls coming out of the sky. We're going to see the storms just continue throughout the course of this evening, well into midnight and 3 a.m. So do have Live Alert 19 on your phone, on your mobile device, and stay here with WHNT News 19. I'll keep you updated as to what's rolling in. This was posted to the Facebook page of our sister station in New Orleans, and I got to show you what's so incredible here is notice that the roof was completely shorn off. And as I go and twirl around here, look at all this debris that is all over the couch here in the living room, all over the floor. This really does underscore that an EF3 tornado hit the house with estimated winds of 136 to 165 mile-per-hour winds. So that really does mean you need to find shelter immediately during a tornado warning. Make sure you've got shoes on your feet because you don't want to walk through this kind of debris. Make sure you protect your head with jackets and blankets. Something to keep in mind as we go into springtime here in the South. Week ahead, instead, sizzling hot summer heat. Because this high pressure system is going to be building in the center of the country. But the thing is that we're looking down at the map. Let's flip it on its side because the atmosphere is actually in 3D. And so as air flows around that high, it rises and it cools. And as it cools, it sinks. But when sinking air does make its way down towards the ground, it compresses, and compressing air really makes it heat up, and that's why we're going to see those hundreds really show up on the map. Vortex Southeast is a special tornado research program that is focused right here on the southeast, and to tell us more about it, this is the National Weather Service's meteorologist in charge here in Huntsville, Chris Darden. What is Vortex Southeast?
Well, Christina, Vortex Southeast specifically is looking at the challenges related to severe weather in this part of the country, and also how you communicate the information related to severe weather to the public.
And why is that important? Why is this important?
Well, really, it's a two-part process. In this part of the country, we have some unique challenges, whether it's terrain, whether it's topography, whether it's storms that are a little bit different than what we see in the plains. Not necessarily just supercell storms, but also lines of severe storms. So we have some unique challenges here that we need to look at. And also, it's not just understanding the meteorology, but it's also understanding how people respond to warnings, watches, information they're getting, so their response can be improved in future events.
And it's a very big program with lots of different researchers here with lots of different equipment. And with me is Brianna, and you're with the University of Alabama Huntsville. Tell me about what you've got behind you.
Yes, ma'am. Here we have MAX, our mobile Alabama X-band radar. We take this to the storms so that we can get up and close and personal with them. It measures reflectivity and Doppler wind velocity so we can get a better detailed information and structure about these storms we're trying to study.
So no storms today, but that's okay. We've got lots of research. It's going through April 30th, so stay tuned with WHNT News 19. We'll let you know what they learned while they're out in the field. From UAH, I'm meteorologist Christina Edwards.
A large severe weather research project is taking place in the Tennessee Valley. It's known as Vortex Southeast, and it stands for Verification of the Origins of Rotation in Tornadoes Experiment. Tomorrow, Vortex kicks off its first field campaign in northeastern Alabama. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has a look at some of the technology.
As Vortex Southeast sets its sights on northern Alabama, you may happen to see them as they roll down the road or set up their instruments. But what exactly are they using for their experiments?
This is the Smart Radar Truck 2, and we use it to go and basically scan storms that we're interested in. So you can get a cross-section of something like a raindrop.
So mobile radar is on the list. Check. But what about something more stationary?
This is a sticknet probe. We have 24 of these probes that we're deploying across northern Alabama and southern Tennessee.
Part of the purpose of Vortex Southeast is to find out how tornadoes form in the South, and that is where UAH comes in.
This is the mobile integrated profiling system. It's a suite of 4 instruments that all measure different variables that are in the vertical direction of the atmosphere. So when we put all these together, we can form an entire picture of what's going on above our heads with one suite of instrumentation.
But this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are 20 different organizations involved in this research project.
The GPS is especially important.
Ultimately, all of that time, data, and research will be funneled towards improving warning lead time and saving lives.
Primary goal with this line of research is really twofold. We're trying to improve lead times on warnings for the folks of the southeastern United States. We're also simultaneously trying to improve the accuracy of those warnings, decrease the false alarm rate.
Reporting in Huntsville, I'm meteorologist Christina Edwards, WHNT News 19. So back in my day when I was in high school and college, I played this right here. This is the tuba, also known as the sousaphone. And go Lady Tuba players. We got Rebecca here. Rebecca, 2 questions for you. Is that tuba cold?
Extremely.
And does that impact what it sounds like when you play?
It does. It makes the instrument go slightly
More flat, right?
it goes flat, so we will tune it a little bit sharper.
Gotcha. Can I hear a note? Awesome, Rebecca. Thank you so much. Let's hear from the rest of the band here. Let's hit it, band. And on Monday, 70% chance of rain as well. So honestly, if you are planning on doing any kind of activity,
all right, explain what we're doing.
This is completely normal and natural.
This is normal with us on the floor.
This is a regular newscast.
well, see, I'm going to have an umbrella for when I do Tuba Christmas on Sunday. I really hope that we're playing indoors because, you know, when Georgia Tech played against UGA back in 2004, I was just tipping, you know, water out of my bell all game long, so I really just hope we're indoors. But why in the world do I have a tuba?
Why do you have a tuba?
Why do I have a tuba? And this one's on loan from James Clemens High School marching band. So thank you so very much.
Thank you, Jets.
Thank you, Jets. Because one of my favorite traditions every Christmas is to play in Tuba Christmas.
Right.
And that is coming up this Sunday. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures that I have that I brought in. This is me from high school.
Yay!
I was playing the sit-down tuba that year, so I was in concert band. But I also marched with my sousaphone in the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket Marching Band. So sometimes we would do holiday parades. So that's me. Walking with my 60-pound instrument over here, playing some jingle bells and things like that. So we are going to be doing that again on Sunday. That is Tuba Christmas, 4 p.m. Registration starts at about 1 o'clock. It is $10 to participate. This is going to be at Covenant Presbyterian Church, 301 Drake Avenue.
The best part about the holidays, holiday Christmas, holiday concerts.
So fire that up.
Where's our marching band? We need our marching band out here.
Love that.
This is what happens.
Now, your weather where you live forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Taking a look at downtown Huntsville from the top of Montesano, and currently 39 degrees down in the valley of Montesano. This register here, this temperature register, is taken at the airport just off of 565 before you get to where you get to County Line Road. So I'm pointing that out to you because there is a temperature difference between Huntsville and Montesano. Right now it's a 7-degree difference. Earlier I saw that it got as high as a 10-degree difference. There's a reason why. In fact, there's a reason why there's such a cool view up here on Montesano. The elevation difference between Huntsville and Montesano is 1,021 feet. So as you go from the center of the city all the way up to the top of the mountain here, you're climbing about 1,000 feet up there. The air naturally drops in temperature as you go from low elevation to higher elevations. And normally the environmental lapse rate is about 3.5 to 3.6 degrees as you go on up. But tonight we're looking at a 7-degree drop. The reason why is because it is so dry outside right now. Incredibly dry. The Meta 401, if you will, is called a super adiabatic lapse rate. All that is a lot of science to essentially say that with such a cold, dry air mass in place this evening, we are seeing quite a bit of a temperature drop as you go up into these higher elevations of Madison, Jackson, DeKalb counties. Speaking of dry, when we have dew points in the single digits, when you have them in the teens like that, you're really going to feel it on your skin. And ladies, we're seeing it with our hair. That's why we're seeing so many flyaways, and I had to go all crazy with the hairspray earlier this afternoon. But current temperatures, in addition to the dry air, very cold, and together that's going to allow the temperatures to drop way down into the 20s. So those of you who are wondering where was winter, why has it been so warm, the third warmest winter so far, well, here it is. I hope you get to wake up early tomorrow, Saturday morning, and enjoy your lows of 22 in Winchester, 24 in Decatur, 26 in Gadsden, because there you go. We will have patchy frost on the lawns and on your windshields for tomorrow morning. By the afternoon, we will quickly get back up into the mid-50s, so the chill will eventually start to defrost, and we will get into the mid-50s for Saturday. For your Sunday, a little bit warmer. A few of us could make it to the 60 degrees mark, but as we go through the week ahead, Monday, Tuesday, notice that we see a climb in the thermometer there. That is because we're going to see a storm system start to move its way in. Ahead of it, it's going to pull that warm, humid air back into the Tennessee Valley. Behind it, very cold, very dry air returns. So yes, we are in for one of those temperature roller coasters. Strap in, whether you like really cold temperatures, really warm temperatures, we get all of it coming up in the next 7 days.
I think we've all got some flyaways today.
I know.
I'm just trying to hold on.
Well, it's from that roller coaster.
That's what it is.
All right. Thanks, Christina.